Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we start some fine-tuning with the settings that I've been working with and things that I've been thinking about. So yeah, we're going to be using my test server to fine-tune today out of all the things that I'm working on. What I want to focus on today is map zones, and I thought I'd stream it. Like, I don't stream most of my tests, but I thought I'd stream this so that you guys can maybe give your input, maybe make me think of something that I haven't thought of before. Two heads are always better than one. So, yeah. Let's see. Create a new character here quickly. Got a mic. Yeah, I'm basically going to be just focusing on zones. Let's go. Oh, that doesn't matter. We're just going to test things. Okay. Sorry, guys. Goodness gracious, that character room's sound is so loud. Gives me a headache. Robbie D, Orc, Mansurfer, Greenfields. Lars, welcome, guys. Tucker, Buzz, welcome, guys. Okay, so first thing I want to do is just make sure all the settings are official. And the biggest thing is use map building restrictions. Yeah, we're going to test that first before we create the zones. The fame gain multiplier is normal. The fame point penalty on death. Everything is normal. One thing that's very important is if these dropships on. Okay, the dropships are blocked. Global configuration. Okay, the dropships aren't blocked. We want to have, because the Tech 1 soldiers are going to be part of the dropships. So we're going to have to enable the dropships when the update comes out, because you can't start the server in 1.0 without the dropships, because then you guys won't see the Tech 1 soldiers. So we have to activate the dropships. Hopefully they aren't broken anymore. Let me just make sure all the dropship settings are on here. Dropship, yeah, it's on one. Enable dropships on abandoned bunkers. Yep, they're on. Enable dropship on base building encounters. Apparently that's not. Apparently that's not, let's check here. Set to default. Yeah, that's not on. That's not on by default. Spawn encounters in threat zones, okay. Baseball encounter damage percentage increase per squad member. Just through this setting. Enable POI sentry spawning. Disable suicide puppet spawning. Puppet can open doors, yeah, whatever the case may be. Okay. So, first thing that I want to test is certain puppet settings, and that usually activates immediately. So, at the moment, I'm focusing on LDR, but the map that I'm going to create will be for all the servers. So, the zones that I'm going to create will hopefully give all the players on all my servers more freedom. Like, we're going to see how are we limited with base building in caves, how are we limited with base building on water sources. But before I do that, I want to see how close, because the thing when you create a zone around a town, the only negative part of that is a person can build a base that looks over the town and then just watches the town from his base. Even if I say you can't fire at people from your base, he can still watch the town from his base. And then as soon as he sees a player there, he can, ambush them. So I first want to see, can people do that in any case? I want to see where, how close you can build the flag, and then, compare that to the zones that I want to create. But I definitely want to make the zones smaller. I don't know what the heck that zone is doing there. I've got no idea what that zone is doing. What the heck is that zone? That zone is nothing. So remove that region. Move that region. Move it. Why can't we remove it? What is that? Okay, there it's gone. Today I was at the brickyard and one horde after another. Did Luthais forget to change the settings from Sunday on the SE server? I don't think so. Had a dropship on my server, destroy bases are not going away. Caused loads of destruction. Yeah, you can't even destroy them at the moment. Sometimes you can't destroy them. They are very, very glitched. Hey David, well, people can do that anyway from the hills, right? Yeah, but it's just easier if they, it's way easier if they can do it from their base. Like, they are more inclined to do it from their base instead of just sitting on the mountain. I mean, they can't camp. Remember, Robbie, you can't camp on my servers. So he can't just sit in the mountain, but he can sit in his base 24/7. If he's sitting in his base, he's not camping. So he can watch the town 24 hours a day, but he can't sit in the mountains for 24 hours a day. So let me just check here. Flag. Allow multiple flags. Yeah. I need to create multiple flags. Allow flag placement on baseball elements, whatever. Okay, we need a restart here. Okay. Just do a restart quickly. Of course, to do this test, I need to place multiple flags. So let's restart the server quickly. With enough patience, you can ambush any player in any location. Not on my servers, Justin. I've got rules on my servers that eliminate negative gameplay. So there's nothing on the server. It will probably take about 3 seconds to restart. Anyone seen the latest Tom Cruise? Yeah, instead of Tom Cruise, he calls himself Com Cruise with the PvP tips. Have you guys watched part 2? It upset me a bit, so I had to cool down first. Yes, Justin, tactical waiting is negative because if everyone waits tactically, nobody sees anyone. Whenever you do something, ask yourself, if everyone does this, will I have more fun or less fun? Very, very simple. If everyone that joined my servers just ask themselves, if everyone does this, will I enjoy myself more or less? Or will they, instead of thinking about yourself, you think, will the people on the server enjoy this more or less? Then I wouldn't have needed to create any rules. But unfortunately, if you watch the latest video with the Com-Trues guy that gives PvP tips, you know, he says guys using dots on their screen, hip firing everyone is the best PvPers in Scum. So yeah, the world is turning into a very sad place where being good or being better than someone else or using unfair advantages is more important than just playing with others. I learned to play with others in school. I learned to play fair with others in school. Unfortunately, there's a lot of grown-ups that never learned how to play with others. You know, they just think about themselves. So it's a sad state the world is in at the moment. Hey, big boss, welcome, bud. And when I watched that video, they clearly haven't fixed the hip fire. They said they added some spread to the hip fire. If you guys go watch that video and see how far away you can hip fire someone, they clearly didn't fix it. Hey, mainframe, welcome, bud. Okay, so best thing I can do now is give myself a bit of clothing, but I want to get to the flag zones immediately. So let's just get a bike here. Spawn. Vehicle. Let's take... Oh, why not? Take the plane, why not? I'm interested in how this rule is enforced. Do you have someone in drone mode looking at every player all the time? How long do you have to be in an area before it's considered camping? 5 minutes. We don't have someone watching everyone all the time, but if you get caught, you get a warning. You get caught again, you get banned. And getting banned from my community costs you a lot, because you're never going to find a community like mine ever again. Or you're never going to find another server owner like me ever again. So all the people that have been banned are crying for the last 3 years. July, buddy, July. Let's get this. Yes, in my room. Why is everything so loud today? Okay, so how close can you build to the city? How close can you build to the city? I can actually just teleport everywhere with a Scum map. I'm gonna check stuff here. And get a bike, drive around the place. We all hope that, big boss. We all hope for that, buddy. I'm gonna set the time so that my guy doesn't freeze too easily. Go and then set the weather. And then give myself a cruiser. What? Cannot spawn at this location. Put it a little bit louder. What? Yeah. Okay, never mind. So you only have 5 minutes to loot an area then, or stand still in an area. No, it's pretty simple how it works, Justin. What do you think about the new grass, Luth? I don't know, buddy. It's gonna change. It's gonna change how the map looks. So that's positive. Hey, ABCD. Does it happen with you when I throw a grenade through a window? It bounced back on me. Not always. Not always, Big Boss. Depends on how big the window is. But no, not always. Yeah, I don't know, mate. From like they're revamping a lot of the towns. They're revamping the castle. So I don't know. Someone in the Discord said the grass looks bad, but I mean, it's like this grass looks bad, buddy. This grass, like, look at a distance. You check. Look at a distance. This grass looks bad, and that's a Twitter post. So the Twitter post quality is, of course, very, very low. But even with high quality, you know, the grass still looks terrible. So I don't know. We're just gonna have to hope for the best. But in any case, I don't need to destroy that, but in any case, let me activate God mode, yeah? Hit God mode. True. Okay, and then craft, base building flag. Okay, so you can make a flag here. That's quite close. Okay, so you can make a flag there. Make that flag. Just going to get the borders on how close you can build to the big city with normal base building rules. Okay. This is quite close. No, you can't build a flag here. Huh? I'm building a base and it's taking forever. It usually does, bro. It usually does. Making a tweak base is fast. Upgrading it fully, that takes a long time. I wonder if you can still do this from your bike. No, you can't. No, you can't. You used to be able to place blueprints from a vehicle, but probably just a passenger or whatever. Let's go here quickly. Must say, there's like, you can abuse the sound, but you can't really see everything in the big city. Like, you can definitely build a base next to a town and see the entire town. But you can't see a lot of movement in the big city. You can't even build a flag here. Where can you build a flag? Is this to create PvP zones versus PvE zones? No. This is just to limit base building, Justin. And give people more freedom. Because the usual base building limits you a lot. Like, you can't build in water. You struggle to build a base in caves. So when you make the map build everywhere, when you make the entire map build everywhere. You don't want people to build a base in the airfield, clearly. You don't want people to build a base in the big city. So you have to limit people, but you have to limit people right. Because if you make the zones too big, then you're limiting your player base more because they're going to have less place to build a base. For instance, this town, the person who builds a base here is negative, but if you build a base here, if you build a base here, it's not negative. But if you make the zone around the town too big, then you're hurting the guy that wants to build a base there. Or if you make the zone around this bunker too big, you're hurting the guy that wants to build a base here as well. But the guy who builds a base here can't have a negative effect on the bunker, and he can't have a negative effect on this town. So you have to then you have to go okay, I can't make this zone too big, but if I make this zone small, then I have to make all the bunker zones small. So that's what we're figuring out today. I'm figuring out today how small I can make the zones to give my players a lot more freedom, but give the toxic players less ways to break the gameplay for everyone else. Right side outside of Goat Town. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna check all the major points of interest. You can't pull the bait. Can't pull the flag there. Okay, so you can't use this. Interesting. Right, this is a very, very big flat area. And looking at this flat area, you've got no effect on people in the city. If you hear something, you're probably going to hear people fight on the outside of the city. But I mean, building a base here is not terrible. Yes, you're very close to the big city, so you can loot it a lot. But your negative effect on the player base isn't that big because you can hardly see anything. But this is a very, very nice flat spot for a big clan. So we always have to think about that, how big to make the zone to give people more freedom, but give the toxic players less freedom. But yeah, it's very difficult to have a view over the entire city. The big city is surrounded by a heck of a lot of trees. So it's extremely difficult to influence the city in a bad way. Hey Diamond, welcome bud. Okay, this is another open area. Again, even if you build a base here, this is a nice flat area. But even if you build a base here, you're not affecting anything really. But you still can't build a flag here. You see, that's the default build settings. You can't build a flag here, but for Pete's sake, you can't have a major negative impact, if you build a... So, making the zone so that people can build I'm not saying, I'm going to have to make the circle extremely small to allow people to build there and there, but those are the things that I have to think of. Because my target is making the zone smaller. Because I have created 100 zones, but my biggest problem with those 100 zones is the players felt I was limiting them more because they couldn't build where they used to be able to build. I'm not talking about the toxic players. I'm just talking about normal players, that wasn't building right next to a town. I even affected them negatively with the 100 zones. So yeah, that's important to know. It's important to know how big to make the zone around the big city. Because like I say, it's very difficult to have a massive negative impact on the big city. Oh, the city is covered with, yeah, I'm very, very far away from the city now. The city is surrounded by trees. Yeah, I understand. I understand, Diamond. Oh, the city is freaking surrounded by trees. Now, it's very difficult to have an advantage with the base. Well, this is too close. But, okay. See, this is where it comes in. This is where it comes in. Technically, this is too close because you've got a major influence on the insane asylum. If you've got a base here, you can hear or see people moving around in the insane asylum. So this base location will be negative. But here's the problem for the server owner. For the server owner, if I have to create a zone like it's difficult. Like when I pull a circle around the big city, this becomes a problem because this is on the outskirts of the city, but it's still part of the city. But for me to cover the insane asylum, I have to make this, look there, look. I'm just covering the insane asylum, but look how much I'm taking away from the player base. You know, look how much, I'm taking a lot of bold space away from the player base, from the big city where you can't really have a negative effect on the big city. But because this freaking insane asylum is so, is part of the big city, that makes it complicated. So, I mean, the right size will actually be like this. Like there. That will be the right size. That won't be, and then I can adjust it. Like if I don't feel it's very center, I can always just adjust it. There used to be a way to just change this without clicking the numbers. How did I do that last? How did I do that? There was a way to, how did I change these numbers without changing the numbers? I can't remember. Okay, but in case you can go like, what is this? 900. That's too small. Make it in 9,000. Okay, so that's moving it up. Make that 8,000. That's all right. And then we make this 22,000. That's the wrong way. We're making this 18,000. See, that's not bad. But again, you took away that bold spot. You're not really hurting this guy, but you are hurting the guy that might want to build a base up here. And the guy that builds a base up here is not really going to have a negative effect. Plus, you like skipping that. So actually, you're going to have to do this. But you can't create too many zones. You can do that, but you can't create too many zones. A square will be a little bit worse for this, Diamond. A square will be a little bit worse for this, buddy. The square is going to be a little bit worse. to cover the insane asylum, and this is a little bit. That's a little bit too snug. That's a little bit too snug. But we can check it out. We can check it out. Let's apply that. See what it feels like. And then we can just add a circle over this one. Circle like that. We're just going to feel it out. We're just going to feel it out. So we call this zone Big City. And then we feel what it feels like. Big City. What did you do? What did you just do to me? What did you just do to me? I'm going to remove the zone. That zone is glitched. Okay. Make a new zone. Make it, I don't know, blue. Call it no build. Enter. Add the rectangle. Is on no build. Apply. Add circle. No build. Apply. There we go. Apparently it works now. Okay. So now we can feel what it feels like. There. I've left the zone. Let's just name the zone quickly. And Big City. Then we call that Madhouse. Okay, just so that we can see the name when it pops up. Apply. So now you'll see where the zone literally activates. So now when we want to create a flag, but we can yet. Okay, so there's a flag. Okay, that doesn't feel too bad. Again, we're missing this. The problem with too many zones, like if you create a zone there and you create a little zone for that, you're gonna run out of zones. That is the other problem that you're gonna sit with. You're gonna run out of zones. But if I have to look at towns where I've seen people build bases really, really fast or really, really close, GoTown has got a few places where you can build a base very, very close. Let's go check GoTown quickly. Yeah, Diamond, that would be nice, yeah. Okay, there's no way a person can build a base inside here. Okay. Yeah, but that will again be a ton of zones, Robbie. That will actually be more zones than... You'll have to create more zones like that. Okay, so a person can literally build a flag here. That's quite a negative impact. That is quite a negative impact. the more high ground you have over a town, the bigger the negative effect is that you can have. Like this, a base year probably has the most negative and toxic effect on a server. Because you can see the entire town. No one can, if you have a base year, if you have a base here, no one can loot this town without you knowing it. Holy poop. Yes. How close can you build? Are you serious? Unbelievable. Holy poop. Goodness gracious, how close can you get? You can literally build a tower here and then no one will ever be able to loot this town without you knowing their every move. That's funny. That's funny. Okay, so clearly creating a zone around this town is a positive thing. Clearly creating a zone around this town is a positive thing. That's insane. Hey, newbie. That is the limit. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's too close. That is way too close. Yeah, imagine fighting someone from there. Goodness gracious. That guy can literally sit in his base and snipe every single person in that town if the server doesn't have rules. Would it not be easier to just make a rule stating you are not allowed to build a base within... I've done that, Justin. They keep breaking it, bro. They keep breaking it. There's a lot of new people that join my server that don't read the rules. And that's a negative thing. Look how close you can build to this bunker. You can build there. How far is that? 60 meters. Hey Baker, welcome bud. That crafty gamer, welcome buddy. Okay, no more ruler. What the heck? Okay, let's let go of the ruler now, please, thanks. Yes, they made the bunker zones really, really small. How big are these bunker zones? Oh, 380 isn't small. 380 is small. Okay. Look, yeah, you can build, yeah. Look. So, let me get it right. You can build right next to a barracks. But you can't build right. You can't build right next to the radiation tower. That's weird. Is this 380 as well? No, this is 326. Every zone is a different size. What is every bunker a different size? That's roughly the same size, roughly. Look at this one. You can. I want to see if you can. I want to see if you can. I want to see. Where are we? Where are we? Copy tip location. I want to see this. I want to see this. Let's see if these zones are correct. Oh no. This is a normal bunker. It's a normal bunker. So this is how close you can build. This is how close you can build the base to this bunker, and it's a normal bunker. Okay, so that's a little bit broken. Okay, so that zone is completely broken. People usually build their base around here. Around here. This isn't bad. That zone isn't bad. Look at this. It can't be. It can't be. It can't be. You gotta be pooping me. Hey, Gugs. You gotta be pooping me. It can't be. Let me check. Let's check. Let's check. Okay, you can't build the flag here. The map says you can, but you can't. That's good. That would have been funny if a person can build a base on this stuff. That would have been hilarious. Yes, yes. I think that's how if you look at the developer zones, that's how they did it. Clearly, they did it freehand. Clearly, they did it freehand. Hey, Ethan, welcome, my man. Let's just give myself a dowel in case we run into a bloody puppet. Okay, they've clearly changed that zone. They've clearly changed that zone. Yeah, you can't, or I don't know. You can't build there. Yeah, talk about freehand, eh? Talk about freehand. Looks like a paintbrush in paintbrush tool. And I think it's because you already have a flag. No, I can make multiple flags, but I can make multiple flags. Okay, they definitely fixed this one as well. No, okay. Okay, they fixed that one. I won't say the zones are outdated. But they've clearly changed something. They've clearly changed something. Because, yeah, then you'll be able to build there. Very weird zone sometimes. Look at this small zone. Oh, that's the underground. Yeah, that's the underground tunnel. These are the underground caves. That's why they zoned that off. This one isn't bad. I must say, this one is not bad. This one is way too small. This one is way too small. Don't know how to feel about that. Luckily, there's a downhill here. Luckily, there's a downhill. If we had high ground here, that would be terrible for the small airfield. Terrible. But in any case, I'm going to put the flag down here just to indicate where we can build and where we can't build. Now, the biggest thing that I don't like about base building wood, I'm going to quickly show you guys. This is the biggest reason, except for me making the zone smaller. This is the biggest reason for that. Yeah, I can use this as a good example. This is ridiculous. See, this is what I don't like. Now, like, you're pretty far from the bunker, so how can I showcase it better? How can I showcase it better? Like, you can't use this beach. Now, there's a lot of places that you can't use. Where, if I just do this, remember, we couldn't build the flag close to the water. If you turn baseballing restriction, if you put official, remember, and there's no zone here, guys. Remember that. There's no zone here. Look there. There we are building. There's no build zone. It's not because of the no-build zone. It's because of water rules. It's because of extended rules with the no base building, with the normal base building restrictions. It's not the fact that I can't place a flag close to the water because of rules connected to the water. But if I turn that off, I can build a flag there. And then I can do this. And this is just one of the positive things with creating zones. This is just one positive thing with zones. This is one form of freedom that I'm talking about. You can't do this with normal base building rules or normal base building restrictions. You can't do this. Okay, something bugged now. I'm testing it on my test server, buddy. And my flag is there. I could have placed the flag there so I can go even deeper. But I mean, chat, who of you would like to build a base like this? Who of you would like to live? Remember, the seaplane is coming back. Plus the speedboat is coming back. Who would love to build well, I don't know what you call this in English. A cabin where you don't worry about base defense, where you just want to build something beautiful like this. This is, I mean, this was in the dev blog today. Why are you using that? Beach house, yeah. Who wants to build a beach house? You can't. With normal base building restrictions, you can't. You guys won't believe me. This is like, hey, Mystic Essence, this is the house design that I want to live in one day. Like Simon Cowell has a white house in like Beverly Hills or something. But you guys know what I mean. The white houses with the flat roofs, the smart white house design that rich people live in. The guy came close to it. Whoever built this in Scum, he got close to it. Like, I want to build a base like this. I don't want to care about the fences. I want to build a base like this. Look at this other one. Look at that. I don't know what this wall is here for. But just, you know, the way he used the bricks here. This is what I want to build. Instead of a block with a bunch of walls. But in any case, this is giving you more freedom. But you don't have this freedom with normal base building rules. So you can't build any base over water with official base building rules. A lot of people complained about caves. So let's see how this official base building restrictions affect. Let's see how it affects a cave. Let's see how it affects a cave. But first, I'm going to search for a good cave. First, I'm going to search for a good case. There's so many, I don't actually know. I'm looking for the big one, but I can't remember where the big one is. Anyone knows where the big cave is? Like the cave has got a lot of space inside? Any cave enthusiasts out there? Which cave has got a lot of space inside it? Like a big one. Yeah, I'm not going to allow people to build in a train tunnel, Zed. That's a little bit too much. D4. D4C1. D4C1. Okay, let's try that one quickly. Copy TP location. Yes. Looks very small so far. One isn't very big. But okay, with baseballing restrictions, you can't build a flag in here. You can't build a flag in here. But then when I turn this off, do you guys see what I mean? Chat, can you see what I mean? It's not just about these zones. It's not just about the official zones. It limits you way more than you think it limits you. It takes away all the water bases. It takes away all the caves. It takes away a lot of your freedom. So my only job is to make the zones small enough so that you don't feel I'm limiting your space, because I'm definitely giving you more freedom. But if I make the zones too big, you know, I'm still having a negative impact where I want to make everything better instead of just I don't only want to make the creativity better. I want to make the freedom of where you can build better as well, while limiting the players that's going to build at the tippy. You guys won't believe how many people build on the tippy, like on the edge. Like I'm like man, it's not going to be that bad. I can create a zone. I don't have to make the town zones big. You know, let's take a red angle. I'll tell myself, I don't have to make the zone too big, man. I can make it like that. You know, nobody's going to abuse it. I promise you, day one, a person builds a base right there, or right there. That's where the fine tuning comes in. Giving the majority of the players a lot more freedom, a lot more creativity, while limiting the players that just want to that just want to use their base as an advantage. Inside a tunnel. Well, there's different servers, bro. Okay, but this thing has never been the problem. This zone has never been the problem. if you make the B2 town zone too big, they can't build by the town. Yeah, but yes, Justin, but I'm trying to not limit people more than the official settings are limiting them. So what I'm trying to explain to you is if I go to that town zone, I don't want to make it a lot bigger than they made it. I don't like this. This is how much freedom you have with official baseballing restrictions. I don't want to take a lot of that space away. But I mean, some of their zones are ridiculously small. Like some of their zones are ridiculously small. Like I won't even have a zone there. That's the thing. When you create 100 zones, you don't cover the farmlands. Like there's no reason for me to make a zone here. You can, that's the thing. So not only are you able to build base zones, or not only are you allowed to build beach houses and cave bases, but you can actually take over a little town that doesn't have a police station. I can't let you take over that town. I can't let a clan take over that town. There's too much loot there. I can't let the clan take over that town or that town, But I don't have to put a zone over these towns. I mean, what are you stealing from the community if you build a base there? Seriously. But the developers have zones over them. So where's that? Yeah. Okay. So if I allow you to build a base there, I'm just giving you an example. I'm just giving you an example. Okay, this town has a pharmacy. Yeah, but if you take the standard farm town, the standard small little farm town, not every clan is going to take over a town, and I don't think people are really going to take over this place because it's way too long. But what I'm saying is, if the town doesn't have a pharmacy or doesn't have important loot, like this place, let's take this place for instance. Why don't I want to allow players to take over this town? But with zones, you can take over small towns like this. Now the person, like, is the zones active? And will it give them an advantage? Yes, because you can't blow if they put their loot inside the place. You won't be able to blow inside. Let me just see if it's still off. Yeah, it's still off. So yes, if I build a base inside here, and that's the thing. When I created zones the last time, I couldn't believe how people didn't run to these spots. I don't like these spots because you can't build anything inside. That's the only thing I don't like about these spots. You can't build anything inside. Whether you've got baseballing restrictions on or off, you can't. But I can still build a flag here. Now let's see how many things they did change. Because according to me, you should be at least able to, yeah, okay. So you can still make this yours. You just can't build anything inside it. But for someone to raid you, The only negative thing is that you can still have a zapper on. You can still have a zapper on. You can't have a BCU lock on. But if you don't like people blowing into your base, you know, if you don't like rebuilding after you've been raided, if you don't like someone destroying a wall and seeing all 5 walls coming down or your floors collapsing, someone who doesn't love base building, which is usually PvP clans, you know, don't want to put a lot of effort into base, or a PvPer doesn't like to put a lot of time into their base, then they can just take over this house. I can't blow into his base, sure, but I can still lockpick. I can still get into his base. I just can't blow into his base. So does he have a major advantage because he's building his base, because his loot's in here? Explosive-wise, yes. Doors-wise, no. But let's say he says this door isn't enough. Like his loot, this is a crap base, bro. I've got one, I've got a door there, and I've got 2 doors. Like, I don't even have a door here, buddy, and I don't even have a door here. So for someone to break into my base, you know, they only have to go through 1 door. Well, then you just build out the defenses. Then you just build out the defenses. But you don't have to build the modular. You don't have to build the modular side of the base. But you can still give them stuff to go through like this. Don't know why that is snapping, but anyway. Yeah, you can still restrict them like this. You can still do the outside defenses. And I find that fun. I find it fun that clans can take over small little places that won't, you know, that doesn't hurt the loot experience of the rest of the server. But, if I can't get these zone sizes to a place where most of my community will be happy with them, I'm going to have to scrap the idea. But I mean, that's my target. My target is giving my community more freedom with building into water, or, you know, like the ocean bases. More freedom with caves. I'm not going to allow anyone to build a base in a tunnel, okay? But just more freedom, and then, you know, then they can take over small little places that doesn't have very important loot. So they can take over a little house if they want to. They can build a beach house. They can build inside a cave. And if I can make the zones, I don't want to use the word perfect, but if I can get the zones to the right size, it will just be a better experience overall for everyone. But then again, you know, I'm asking myself, how many people are really going to use it? How many people are going to build the like, I know I want to build a beach house. I know there's a few people that want to build in caves. I know it's cool to take over a small little town, but as soon as 1.0 comes out and we wipe the servers, I'm like, how many people are really going to build beach houses, or are they still just going to build the block? Are they still just going to build the base that is difficult to raid, and they're not going to use any of the creativity, you know, or the freedom that I've given them? But in any case, that's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to do. So first off the bat, these zones are always bigger on my servers. Always. I think 300 is ridiculous for a trader zone. That zone just has to be, that zone has to move down. I think that's 45. 41. Okay, no, that's sideways. That's 45. Change this. Okay. Just so that the zone doesn't touch that town. We can't zoom in anywhere. Bloody sad that we can't zoom in anywhere. But in any case, so just apply that. And I'll make this 600. That's 600. I'll make that 600. Okay, make sure everything's saved. Okay, that's the basics. That's the basics. Now I just want to see how close I built some of those flags. No, show flag location. Okay, that flag was clearly way too close. That flag wasn't. That flag doesn't break the border. That flag is way too close. That flag is way too close. Yeah, good gracious, that flag is insanely close. Hey, Tagamon, welcome. Let's just get a quick rundown, yeah. Just a quick little rundown. Gas stations. Gas stations. Clearly you can't allow people to build at gas stations. How big do we make it? How big do we make it? 100. Okay, you guys get the idea. I'm not gonna just build zones you all the time and make you guys fall asleep. Now I want to look at settings. Okay, so the drop chips are active. Let's change this to make this 200. Apply. Make this 2. This is the base character amount. That's the base character amount. Board base character amount. On 2. Apply. And now we go. Now we go puppet health is 2. Apply. Puppet damaged. Puppet. I just want to see what this feels like. See what it feels like. Okay, so if I give myself a bow. Now, I don't, guys, you guys might think I'm crazy. I don't like the fact that I can go into an abandoned bunker when I start the game. Or go into any bunker. Or go into any point of interest. Cheers, Justin. No, Tagamon, not yet, buddy, not yet. Yeah, like SE, Survival Evolved, I don't care, okay? I don't have to increase the PvE settings. But LDR, I'm definitely going to increase the PvE settings. New Dawn, I'm definitely going to increase the PvE settings. And Meat Grinder will be the hardest, the hardest PvE settings that I can do without increasing the metabolism speed. But for now, I'm looking at the middle. Like, SE is way to that side. And then it's LDR. I feel like LDR is in the middle. So I'm trying to create settings, you know, that's really good, that's really nicely balanced between PvP and PvE. So let me, like I said, just give myself a bow here. That's about it. Give me a 35-pound bow. Really, you don't have a 35? Are you serious? There's the 35-pound bow, man. Then give me a hiking. And give me arrow. Yeah, I'm giving myself 36 arrows. There's no way I've got it. Well, let's use the Dao as backup. Let's use the Dao as backup. Okay. So what's the closest point of interest now? Okay, let's see what the boot camp feels like. What the boot camp feels like. I don't want to teleport there, guys. Usually when you teleport to a point of interest, the puppets don't spawn naturally. Actually, when you teleport anywhere, nothing happens naturally. So that's why I'm physically driving there. So that they can just spawn in naturally. See, I don't want players to be able to do this like this. I don't feel it's right that you can loot the most dangerous point of interest with a bow and wooden arrows. So I want to motivate players to get a little bit better equipment before they go to the most dangerous areas on the map. So let's see what it feels like with these settings with the bow and wooden arrows. Doesn't feel too bad. Doesn't feel too bad. Three shots, really? Thought you had more health than that. Yes. I just want to make sure the puppet health works immediately. I just want to quickly make sure the puppet health works immediately. Let's make the puppet health 10. Just quickly. Quick test. Yeah, I know the archery level is low. If you want to start with advanced archery, I think you're sacrificing something on a PvP server. Okay, let's see what this puppet health is like. This is 10 times health. But you're definitely gonna level up your archery fast. You're gonna level up your archery really fast. Okay, that's a little bit too much. That's a little bit too much. How much did we level up our archery there? Not too bad. Okay, that's clearly too much. That's clearly too much. I just wanted to make sure it works. Okay, so let's make it. Let's try 5. Try 5. I just want to feel what 5 feels like. Hi, old man Chip. Welcome, buddy. Oh.
Stop right there. I'm the Sentinel of Death, and you're on my hit list.
Okay, here it comes. Pressure. Oh my word, he's not dying. He's not dying. Goodness gracious. I love that. I freaking love that. Okay, but how strong are you now? Okay, see, if you come in here with the right equipment, I know that feels bad, but if you come in here with the right equipment... Okay. Okay, let's try 3. Let's try 3. Okay. Yes, exactly, Don, exactly. If you have 3 running at you, that is a problem. Yes, it is. I want it to be a problem. Okay, let's take... Okay, we've got the bow. Let's just give ourselves better arrows. No, not carbon. Carbon broadhead arrow. Where's the carbon broadhead arrow? Carbon broadhead arrows. Okay. Okay, that's 36 of those arrows. Plus, let's give ourselves this. Give ourselves this gun. Plus slugs. plus a silence. Oh, a suppressor. Plus a sight. Okay, big boy, bring it. Bring it. Okay, okay. Well, that is definitely harder. That was definitely harder. Maybe suspect. Looks like I'm having fun. Puppets are kicking my butt, Fab. That's always fun. It was an awesome feeling when you shot a suicide puppet and it didn't immediately explode. That was quite an awesome feeling. But it will be a very bad feeling if the puppet system is still broken. That will still be a very bad feeling. But if they can fix the puppet system a little bit, it will be quite fun. Okay. Now let's try the boat. Try the boat. And my body is gone. My body gone. Guys, we can play Find Your Body. Yes, see, this is my favorite game. This is my favorite game in Scum. Let's play Find My Body. Okay, we're gonna play Find My Body. Let's play the Find My Body game. This is my favorite game in Scum. Favorite game. Okay, Control C. Control D. See where it is. Because if you're a solo player, you don't have a teammate. Oh, now it's there. Ah, boring. 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 Is there any spaces underneath here? No, not really. Okay. It's just the usual log in, log out. The shotgun is a little bit slow. The shotgun is a little bit slow. But let's test it properly. Let's test it properly. Let's see now. I'm not good with the bayonet, Matt Surfer. I'm not good with the bayonet. What a move, what a move, what a move. Okay, let's see. That was easy. That's not bad. That's with 3 times. What's the health on now? That's with 3 health. That's with 3 times health. Oh, crappity doodle. Crappity doodle. It didn't release for everyone 356. It only released for the big content creators, but I'm not happy about it. But yeah, it only released for the big content creators. It's releasing for us on the 10th. On the 10th. Oh my word, I forgot my backpack. I forgot my backpack!
Stop right there.
Where's my backpack? Where's my bloody backpack? That's an interesting question. Where's my backpack? Take that. Take that, baby. I know how to use suicide puppets to my advantage. Oh. There's my backpack. Okay, now I just need to pick up my AK again. And see how these arrows do.
Stop right now. Time to wipe your memory allocation.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I like the numbers. I like the numbers. It's just getting the health and the damage perfect. Getting the health and the damage perfect. I think the 3 health is nice. I really think the 3 health is nice. Just gonna have to do a little bit more testing. Little bit more testing. Hey DMK. Okay, let's rather test it in safety. Let's test it in safety. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 in the armor doesn't feel too bad. Doesn't feel too bad. Legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in the leg. Doesn't feel bad. Doesn't feel bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you come here with at least broadhead carbon arrows, you'll be put under some pressure, but I mean, it won't be insane pressure. I don't want to go lower than 3. I don't think I want to go higher than 3. At the moment, 3 feels good. At the moment, 3 feels good. Takes 2 arrows for a suicide puppet. That's not too bad. Okay. Now, the AK is strong. No, the puppet damage is only 2. We can maybe make the puppet damage 3 as well. Let's make that 3 to get a feeling for that as well. Make the puppet damage 3. Okay. Now, let's test the SF-90. You can't put the spawn that high, buddy. You can't put the spawn that high. Oh, I need a silencer. Oh my word, I need a suppressor. I need a suppressor. Stupid. Get a suppressor, quickly. Okay, let's see what this feels like. That feels great. That feels great. Okay, why was that so long? What's the spawn on 3? It's quite hectic. It's quite hectic, Robbie. But 3 is the most you can make it. Why did it take so little shots in his chest? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's nice. Let's check his head. What is it on now? Oh, 2. Oh, the multiplier's on 2. No, 3 will be way worse. 3 will be way worse than this. The thing is, if you increase the health and the damage, you don't want to max out the... You don't want to max out the spawn multiplier, because then it turns into a hardcore server. Not a server with a good balance between PvE and PvP. Check. We don't want to make LDR a hardcore server. We just want to make LDR the best balance between PvP and PvE. Okay, let's see what happens to a suicide puppet. Basically 2 shots. Okay, let's test this out. Test this out. Test it out. What? Vary the numbers. Well, that will be interesting. Okay, so we've got an AK, and we've got a pistol. Let's see what it feels like. Now that's going to be a little bit complicated, Robbie. Changing stuff like that. A little bit too much. I think I'm gonna settle on 2. I think I'm gonna settle on 2. The numbers feel good, they're just a little bit too tanky. The numbers feel good, they're just a little bit too tanky. $2.5. I think 2 is good, buddy. Like, if I'm feeling the pressure, you know, a lot of people are gonna feel the pressure. I'm definitely above average PvE wise. I might stink at PvP, but I'm definitely above average with PvE. But we have to take new players into consideration as well. LDR. Try playing with settings for LDR. I'm not going to change settings for SE. SE is PvP related or PvP focused. LDR, I want the perfect PvP PvE balance for LDR. No, the puppet settings don't require restart. 2.1456824. Let's get a bow into the picture. No problem, Robbie. No problem, bro. It doesn't feel bad. It's just when they are when there's a lot, it feels a little bit too much. When there's a lot of them, it feels a little bit too much. Like, sure, it seems fun. It seems fun that I'm using such a lot of ammo on them. But let's be serious, guys. You don't want to loot one bunker and use this, you know, and use such a lot of ammo. What I do like about this is that the puppets play a major role. Like if somebody enters this bunker with me, the puppets are going to play a major role, you know? Like managing the puppets in a PvP fight is going to be quite cool. It doesn't have to pay for the reward, buddy, but it you know, it shouldn't be a complete waste. I mean, you could say, yeah, bro, we're using a lot of ammo here. Yeah, I agree. But ammo costs about $1,000. Yeah. Ammo costs about $1,000. There's quite a bit of money there already. These are official loot settings. But yeah, I feel two feels nice. Two feels very, very nice. And then you will come in here even less. Now remember, with official settings, you don't care if you've got screwdrivers or if you don't have screwdrivers. The threat level is so low inside of this bunker, you will come here repeatedly to loot the place, even if you don't have screwdrivers. If you make the threat level high enough, then people are going to wait until they've got screwdrivers before they loot a place like this. They can't just spam loot the place, because then the reward won't be good enough. I agree. Way too easy. Way too easy. I want to take that. Let's give ourselves a storing bag. Actually, let's just put the loot in the backpack. That's even better. Cheers, old man. Now, of course, we didn't loot the entire place, but let's just say we just looted this. Still a bit of a loot goblin. Oh. Ooh. Okay, this is above average. But let's be honest, that's above average loot. That is above average loot, but in any case. Okay, this trader is probably not going to have any funds because it's based on official settings. But we're still going to have an idea of how much this gonna sell for.
Welcome, stranger.
Selling everything in that backpack.
Kidding. Nobody cares.
See, he doesn't have enough money. Okay, he doesn't have enough money. What? Oh, the backpack. Oh, we're not selling the backpack for anything. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's 8,000. Let's say about 10 grand. 10 grand.
Guns
Okay.
come unloaded. Security reasons. Obviously.
Let's say you shot out an entire RPK magazine. One. 3,000 there. And then a few 9mm. And then maybe you shot out a few of these rounds. Where is it? There. That's so the guy. If you use the RPK, it's going to cost like 3,000 to replace the bullets if you just loot the armories. And then this is like 1,000. No, you're going to use quite a few magazines in there. That's like 3,000. Yeah, 2 health. 2 health. 2 health is good. 2 health is good. Health. Two is good. We've still got the pistol. Let's try out another point of interest. The razor, no, the puppet health doesn't affect the razor health, Matt Surfer. You can't change the razor's health at the moment. They work on a different system. Numbers feel good. The numbers feel good. Yeah. Where did you guys come from? Damn, I don't have any ammo left. Yes, you okay? Okay. Okay. I like it. I like it. I like it. Can't make it lower than 2, but 2 is definitely different. If you set all the settings to 2, it feels good. The combination of increasing the horde size by, doubling the horde size, doubling the puppet spawner, doubling the health, and doubling the damage, it's a very, very nice balance. Very, very nice balance. Okay, so that's the LDR settings. I'm not going to change much about Survival Evolved. That's the LDR PvE settings, quite fine tuned. I'm going to have to talk to the New Dawn players to see how they feel. I'm going to make Meat Grinder insane. Like insane. So SE, not going to change much. LDR, perfect balance. New Dawn, ask them if they want it harder or easier. Meat Grinder, make insanely hard. Now, let's check these frigging dropship. No, where did I die? Damn it. Could have just gotten all the loot back. Okay, whatever. Let's just spawn SF19 again. S. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. And there we go. Okay. Go to the band bunker. Wonder if I can change this now. Or if I need a server restart. I need a server restart. Well, let's restart the server. We need to do the banner bunker test quickly, guys. Quickly need to do the banner bunker test. Let's see how these drop ships feel. I'm just gonna get myself a refreshment quickly. I'll be back now. Now, what you guys must remember is in 1.0, you're not only going to struggle with the dropships, you're going to struggle with the dropship, the Tech 1 soldiers coming out of the dropship, and maybe a sentry. They could still let the sentry come out of the dropship as well. I find it very unrealistic that a sentry can come out of a dropship. But yeah, it's possible. Because they've done it before. Yeah, I could do that, Shadow. Could do that. Now, we want to do this during the day because we want to fail this. We want to fail this. Ah, damn it. Didn't I say all the freaking stuff? Didn't I just say all of them must be open? Abandoned bunker active number. 17. Didn't I restart the server? What the heck? Huh? All of them must be active. That's flipping weird. Yes, I want to fail. Yeah, I want to fail. Yeah, I've got the screwdriver. I've got the screwdriver. Where's the other freaking abandoned bunker? Over there. But none of them are supposed to have timers. None of them are supposed to have timers on. All of them are supposed to be active now. So that I can fail. Oh, there's the screwdriver, buddy. No, man. No, man. I just changed that. Abandoned bunker active number. That's all of them. That means all of them are active. Let me just restart the server again. I don't understand that. I'm doing something wrong. Clearly, Lars, I just don't know what it is. It's simple, bro. Either two are active. That is the case on most servers. Or all of them are active. Maybe the game glitches out when you make all of them active. I don't know. And for everyone watching, I've got a very good strategy for you guys when you fail a door. Whether you guys have thought about it or not thought about it, I'm going to give you a very, very good tip right now. That might save your life in 1.0. Because remember, in 1.0, it's not only the dropship that you're going to have to deal with, it's the Tech 1 soldiers that you're going to deal with as well. But you must remember, Tech 1 soldiers cannot climb ladders. You heard me. See if the server restarted. I mean, the server is empty. It should load quite quickly. There's a lot of people that died to the dropship. There's a lot of people that suffered just because of the dropship. Now they're gonna have to deal with the dropship and the Tech 1 soldiers. But this is how they're gonna do it. This is the next Luthais guide, live on stream. Okay, I don't know what the flip is going on here. Okay, if you can't let 17 be active, then make it 8. The server has to be restarted for this. Agreed. I agree that the server has to be restarted. I know what you're saying, Robbie, but I still have to figure out what's going on, bro. I still have to figure out what's going on. Because that setting isn't working. I really found that one comment funny when I made the what Scum needs and I spoke about the server settings. One of the people commented on the video, all the settings work perfectly. You just don't know how they work. We have invited you to the Scum server community 100 times and you've never accepted it. You're just an idiot. I just like it. First of all, I know you're lying because I've never been invited to any Scum server community. Secondly, I don't think anyone's going to believe you that all the settings are working. But I'm glad you blew off some steam there. Thirdly, my whole community knows I'm an idiot, so that's nothing new. Let's see how fast it does restart when it's got nothing on it. 1 minute. 1 minute restart. Oh, 1 minute is a little bit fast. 1 minute's a little bit fast. Hey, Ironclad, welcome, bud. Donald, welcome, buddy. Okay, please tell me that this is one of the 8 ones that are open. Okay, no, this guy's just stuck at that time. Okay, let's go somewhere else. Let's go somewhere else. And it has to be daytime, otherwise it's just going to be open. Has to be daytime. Yeah. No, no one has figured that out yet. So no. Okay. So now we have to fail and check this out. Check this out. Now we just have to fail. Okay. I think we're just gonna have to wait. Can we fail like this? Yeah, we can fail like that. Okay. Where's the dropship? Here comes the dropship. Easy, baby, easy. Easy. Have you guys wondered what this room is for? And there's the sentry. And there's the sentry. And there's the sentry. I just have to get an angle on it.
Stop right there. I'll be your exception, a faithful one.
Hey, wait, yet. The sentry is your biggest problem, guys. The sentry is your biggest problem. So, how do you deal with the Tech 1 soldiers? If the sentry drops down with the Tech 1 soldiers, the sentry is your biggest problem. You can't shoot a sentry from a bush. If you shoot a sentry from a bush, the sentry is going to kill you. Let me show you. You cannot use a sentry with the new Tech 1 soldiers that are coming out. Let me explain to you what I mean. If you use the Amaros, welcome my man. If you use a Marshall Ninja, if you use the bush strategy, because if you don't shoot at the sentry, he's not going to move, guys. You don't want to take on the Tech 1 soldiers with the sentry. It's going to be too difficult. So you first need to get the sentry to move. Best way for you to get him to move is to shoot him through that upper floor. Just so that he moves, so that you can deal with the others. But if you want to use a bush to hit the sentry, he's gonna shoot you. You can't hide from a sentry in a bush. Okay? You cannot sit in a bush and fight a sentry. The sentry is gonna kill you inside the bush. So if they copy any mechanics from the sentries to the super soldiers are gonna shoot you in the bush as well. That's why you have to use that upper floor. I hope it makes sense. Ethan says it makes sense, so it makes sense. So you can't use the bush tactics, not with the Tech 1 soldiers. Spawn in a screwdriver here quickly. Ah, come on. Come on, where are you? Where are you? Come now. Are they only at... No, I don't know where they will come to, Brew, but I know they will come to... At the moment, dropships go to cargo drops and dropships go to abandoned bunkers. So we know for a fact that you will encounter Tech 1 soldiers at cargo drops and at bunkers, at abandoned bunkers. I don't know where they're going to let the Tech 1 soldiers appear on top of that. But we know for a fact that the Tech 1 soldiers are going to come out of the dropships. So that means at abandoned bunkers, at cargo drops, if the dropship attacks your base, and there's random encounters as well. Dropship encounter spawning. It can even just come at you randomly with Tech 1 soldiers. You want to tell me I can only get one dropship at a time? Can I only get one dropship at a time? From the same bunker. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Can I still spawn one? Force dropship encounter. But is he gonna drop the sentry? That's my question. Is he gonna drop the sentry? Yeah, you see, this isn't a natural abandoned bunker dropship. That's just a random dropship that reacts really badly. Because I spawned it in. It's not an abandoned bunker one. Holy pig. Die, damn it! Die! Oh yeah, I forgot about the 2 times HP. Sorry, suspect. I forgot about. I knew about the 2 times damage. I just forgot about the 2 times HP. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to find another abandoned bunker now because that one does want to play along. Well, there goes killing a puppet with your fists. I don't think anyone's gonna kill a puppet with their fists anymore. Okay, let's get another screwdriver. Okay, let's spawn him here. Let's see what he does to us if we spawn him here in the open. Pretty blind. Pretty blind. Looks like it's scanning for me. They definitely made them tougher. 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 Yeah. They're a little bit tougher. Not a lot, just a little bit. They're a little bit tougher than they used to be. A little bit tougher than they used to be. Hey, Outlaw Kazi. So they made them a little bit stronger, and the server owner can even make them tougher. You know, if people feel they're a little bit too weak, even the server owner can make them a little bit tougher. Dropship health multiplier. I can make the dropship tougher if people feel it's a little bit too weak. But I mean, if you've got a good weapon on you, let's say an AK-15. If you've got a good weapon on you. Then this is how quickly you get rid of it. If you've got a proper weapon on you. That's how quickly you get rid of it with the proper weapon. No, you probably can. So I definitely feel you can increase the dropship's health a little bit. The fact that you can kill it, the fact that you can chase away a thing like that with a pistol is a little bit ridiculous. So yeah, it's a little bit too easy. Oh, command is on cooldown. No, you can only spawn one. Command is on cooldown. What happens when you shoot it with the rocket launcher? I'm sure it flies away immediately, bro. I'm sure it flies away immediately. But where's my RPG? What's the code again for the rockets? O P O G. Okay. Oh, I don't know what's the code for the rockets. OP. Can't remember now. 7, -7, -7. Yeah, -7. -7. Thanks, buddy. There we go. There we go. No, that's not the right one. That's not the right one. It's this one. Yeah, it's that one. It's that one. -7. That's way easier to remember. -7. I'm sure it's going to run away immediately. It didn't run away. Okay. There it runs away. Can you believe it? It takes a rocket. Wow. Yeah, BM, we are, buddy, we are. So yeah, as long as you guys remember that upper floor, it's gonna help you. It's gonna help you a heck of a lot. The upper floor is gonna help you a heck of a lot. Okay, so we can't test the Tech 1 soldiers. I have showed you how to deal with the sentry or how to distract the sentry if the sentry comes down. You guys have to use that upper floor. The fact that it's got a ladder and AI can't use ladders is going to help you a lot. Okay, it's like your own little concrete base. That top floor above the abandoned bunker entrance. It's like your own little concrete base. It's going to really, really, really help you a lot. Okay, so that's that. What else? What else do I want to test? What else do I want to test? Leaning is also going to be very leaning is going to be like you can lean a puppet. Okay, I want to show you guys what I mean. I'm not sure what system they are going to use, but I think they're going to try and copy the sentries. I think they're going to let the sentry mechanics be part of the Tech 1 soldier mechanics rather than the puppets, because it's very easy to trick a puppet. If the server owner allows it, then yes. If the server owner allows it. Okay, let me just show you guys what I mean. Okay. Let's get a building. Let me just find a building here quickly. We can actually just go here. It's fine. No. No. Let's test it there. Like I said, I think the Tech 1 soldiers are going to work more like the sentries instead of the puppets.
Stop right there.
Whatever.
I will gas you into place.
These sentries are really getting intelligent with leading their shots. They used to never lead their shots. Now they're not shooting at where you are. They're shooting at where you're going. Yeah, I think I have to start changing the direction. Yeah, I just couldn't believe that they're leading their shots, BM. That's why I didn't change direction. I can't believe that the developer said it, you know, so that they shoot where you're going instead of where you are. But I'll have to change my direction now. Okay. Now this is, you can do this. You can shoot a puppet from inside a bush and he will never find you. You can shoot a puppet like this and he'll never find you. Okay, well, apparently it will. At least the others won't find you. Let's take that puppet over there. See, that's what usually happens. They don't really know where you are. Okay? That is what happens to a puppet a lot. But I don't think you're going to be able to use these tactics against Tech 1 soldiers. I feel the Tech 1 soldiers are going to react to you like a sentry. And as soon as you lean with a sentry, you're dead. Okay. Damn it, I need more ammo. More ammo. More ammo. Damn it. Where's the AK ammo? AK-15. I think this is what's going to happen to you if you shoot a Take 1 soldier. I think this is what's going to happen if you lean a sentry. Mm-hmm. They do. They do. They do. If you lean a sentry like you would lean a puppet, this is what's going to happen. The Take 1 soldier is immediately going to shoot at you, and he's going to come for you. But the Take 1 soldier is going to come for you way faster than a sentry. Way, way, way faster than a sentry. So this is how you're going to have to play against super soldiers. Use the angles. Use the angles. Shoot and move. Shoot and move. And that is how you deal with the Take 1 soldier. You always lean, because I think they're going to hurt you quite a bit. I think they're going to hurt you quite a bit. You just have to lean all the time, if you don't want them to shoot you. That is how you fight the super soldier. The Take 1 soldier. Gonna have to basically be like a cat and mouse game. Basically like a cat and mouse game.
I don't negotiate. I execute.
If they find me, yeah, I give up. Stealth isn't out of the door. Stealth isn't gone. You can still stay out of Tech 1 soldier's sight like you do with sentries. Exactly how you act when you don't want a sentry to detect you. That's how you're gonna act with a Tech 1 soldier. But if they drop the Tech 1 soldiers on top of you, you're gonna have to look for solid surfaces. You cannot use bushes. All of them are gonna come out of the dropships, Gage. All of them. All of them are gonna come out of the dropships. Well, while we're here, we'll try and have some fun. you're not coming for me, I'm gonna kill you, bro. If you don't come for me, you're dead. They're gonna be much faster than sentries, guys. Much faster. They're gonna be much faster than sentries. Movement-wise, they're gonna be much faster. Thanks, Ethan. Appreciate it, buddy. Ethan, 23 months. Thank you very much, man. Let's get a lot of Care Bear love in the chat, guys. Let's have some fun.
Stop right there. Stop right there. You had the right to an
No! No! Oh, give me this one. Okay, never mind. Yes, see, you've got an attitude problem, buddy. You have got an attitude problem.
time to set your breeding moving too fast.
Oh, now the same. I told you guys, if you teleport to a location, things start going weird. I told you guys. Oh my word, this is Andres, guys. Okay. I just want to fly through there once. Can I make this? I don't know. Let's find out. I don't know if I can make this, but I want to try. Of course we can. Of course we can. Okay, let's get through that. Let's get through that thing once. Let's just get through it once. What? The server name you made it. This is just my test server, buddy. That's just my test server. So that I don't forget anything. And once I finish the zones, guys, I'm going to ask Ping Perfect if they could copy it to all the servers. Copy those zones to all the servers. Yes, Meat Grinder is going to be extremely hardcore, Ethan. Extremely hardcore. Extremely hardcore. Yo, that's a little bit difficult. That one is a little bit difficult. Yeah, the first server was very, very hard. Okay, here we go. Let's try this. 2, 1, 3. Come on. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this. Yeehaw! It wasn't pretty, but I made it. It wasn't pretty, but I made it. I made it. Okay, let's see if I can still skydive. Let's see if I can still skydive. I'm too far away. I'm too far away. I'm too far away. No. No, I'm too far away. I was too far away.
I'll delete you like a pointer. By mistake.
Ah, you're cheating! You're cheating! Yeah, he dropped his bloody... He dropped the grenade out of his butt again. That's the only thing that kills you is when he drops his grenade out of his butt. Where's the power lines? I want to land on a power line. Where are the power lines? Oh, they don't want to give me any power lines. That's sad. I'm gonna land on that roof. That orange building's roof. We're gonna land on the orange building's roof. Still got it. Still got it. Ow, ow. Yes, yeah, have I ever landed on a pine tree? I don't know if I've ever landed on a pine tree. Try. Yeah! Damn it. Flippin' pine tree pushed me away. Somebody told me something, but I don't want to I don't even want to taste it. Yeah, I don't want to taste it. I don't want to taste it. Okay, let's see how long we can survive. Anyone got a stopwatch? Let's see how long we can survive. Let's see how long we can survive. Where is this guy?
I'm a judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah, those puppets hit nice and hard. Nice and hard. Holy poop. Why don't they run out of ammo? I don't know. They've got a very big ammo capacity. Come on, just give me a power line. Come on, let's end it with the power line. Let's end it with the power line. Come on. Give me a power line. There's the power line. There's the power line. There's the power line. Ah, the wind, the wind, the wind, the wind. Okay, 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 okay. You got me, you got me, you got me, you got me. The wind got me. Okay, now with the new puppet health, let's see how long this takes. We want to end the stream with a little bit of fun. Okay, let's see how long this takes. Double health, double damage. Let's do this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 51. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, remember when you join LDR after the update, do not, I repeat, do not take on puppets with your fists, okay? Craft a bow, do the basics, and enjoy. Hope you guys enjoyed the testing. Hope you guys learned something. Hope I got you excited about something. And yeah, I think we're going to spend some time on Meat Grinder tomorrow, guys. I think we're going to spend some time on Meat Grinder. I missed the PvE side. I missed the survival side of the game. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow on Meat Grinder. Cheers.